మాక్సిమం కీబోర్డ్ యూజ్ చేస్తాం మేము, అంటే మౌస్ అట్లా కాకుండా
అవును.
F6 ప్రెస్ చేసాం అనుకోండి డైరెక్ట్ చేంజ్.
Okay, F6 for change, F5 for create.
And F7 for only displaying format. So F7 only display. So somebody developed a report and you just want to see అప్పుడు display F7. Now ఇక్కడ ఇది క్లిక్ చేస్తే మళ్ళీ చేంజ్ మోడ్. హలో ప్రసన్న.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi, good morning. Just now we logged into the system. Any doubts in the yesterday's one? Everything is okay?
Fine.
So actually in the report beginning, so we are having some lines actually. So if you comment something, if you want to comment, control less than symbol, you can comment. That means the program is not considering this line commenting. Control less than symbol commenting, control greater than symbol for uncommenting.
Okay.
So likewise, automatically once you commenting, the star is added actually. If you want to comment any line, you can also add directly star. Automatically this line it will neglect. Okay, that's for commenting and uncommenting. So if you see this, for these lines, they have given those things are starting with a star. That means we are not considering those lines what we are seeing here. So then what is the use? So normally in a real-time point of view, what we'll do here, we'll give like a report like developed by creation date. Creation date, relevant TR. So we capture in a TR what is the TR name number. So at the same time description.
Sir, what is TR? The full form of TR?
Transport request. Yesterday we created transport request for this report. Na?
Yeah.
Here we capture. So
request, right?
we want to give that number. So by seeing this information, so somebody, you developed this program and you left the company or you moved out of this project, then somebody is going to edit your program. Then by seeing this, they will get an idea. So who developed this program? When we develop, what is the purpose of this one? Sometimes we'll mention like what are the selection screen parameters like. Customer number, like what are the selection screen fields. So we'll mention that information also here. So we'll call this one as a change history. Change history. So by seeing this change history, we'll get an idea. So when we develop this program, who developed this program? Why? Because now we are developing the program, but after 2 or 3 months, we got an issue. At that time, somebody's opened your program. We just want to understand by seeing these generic lines. So he will analyze the code and he will get an idea. That is secondary. But he's going to change, do some changes in your program. Then what he will do? He will open your program and he will read this. This is just like a generic normal English. So by reading this, we'll get an idea. Okay, on a particular day, the particular person is developed this program. So what is the purpose? What are the input fields? So like that, we will get a basic idea. So if the same person is working in our project, then we'll go there and we'll talk with him. So we got an issue in your program. So last time we developed, what is the main purpose of the program? Likewise, you can discuss with the other person. So likewise, we just maintain the history. So first time we maintain like this. So if you want to see the transport request, yesterday what I did, I opened SC10 and there I have shown that what is the relevant transport request. But from your program, if you want to see the relevant transport request, so go to utilities and here version management, go to version management. So here you can see that the transport request number. This is our transport request number. Yesterday we created a new transport request for this one. So this is our transport request. If you double click on this one, it will navigate. Yesterday I created open sales order. In that, how many, what are the objects are available? Our report only. So here you can see our details. So if you want to see the transport request, so now you can write this TR number. So this is the task, 280 the task, and 27 is the our TR number. Transport request number. Transport request number. That is the TR number. Transport request number. So by seeing this, the third person can easily understand. Or long back we developed a program. I only developed this program 3 months before. Now if I open, then I will confuse. Okay, why I developed this program? What is the purpose? Why? Because every day you are developing so many programs, but in the long run you will forget what we did. So in that case, by seeing this, we will get an idea. So not only for you, for anyone. So that's why for any program, we'll maintain change history. So this, what are the fields we have to maintain? They will tell, or we'll open existing report. Somebody already developed a report. Then we'll open that report and we'll copy this content. Here we'll change the values developed by previously. I developed. Now if Amar is developing, and he will use his name. But these fields are fixed. This information will change. So likewise for existing report, we are just newly onboarded to the project. Then what we'll do, we'll take an existing program, we'll copy this block in our program and we'll change our values. Don't directly copy their values actually. So copy that information, just change. Why? Because that developer is different. Now you are the developer. The existing date is different. Now you have to give today's date when you created this program. So what is your transport request? What is the purpose of this one? What are your selection fields? So likewise, we'll maintain that information. We'll call this one as a change history, change history. So this will be there in all the programs. In a real-time point of view, you have to maintain. You have to follow all the standards. Otherwise, if you are not maintain this one, they will think like, okay, this guy don't have experience, so that's why he's not maintained change history details. Okay. So here it's not playing any role. It's not linked with any program logic, but this is just like information about this particular report purpose fields with the developer when we did this. So that information will be there. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, oh, yesterday we added that information, no? That material details. Okay, system is disconnected. Okay.
We back also we added, but then that is
Uh,
not got saved.
So if you click on this pretty printer, automatically the keywords will change to caps and remaining letters will be small. So that is for readability only. Logically, there is no change, but a readability wise, if it is looking like this, then we can easily read. So which option I am using?
Sir,
Pretty
material
print.
number also we are supposed to add, no?
Mm-hmm.
Material number, sir.
Ah,
Mat
material material number. Ah, we have to add. I forgot. We have to add in the filter condition. Otherwise, it will take all the materials. Even though you specified a specific material, but it will display all the materials if you are not maintain that where condition. So we will again and so VBAK, VBAP. Now we declared both. So along with this one, so what we want to do, what is the additional information we want to retrieve? So now sales order header details, item details. Now we are having the customer number. I just want to know the customer name. We are having the number. So if we give the number, I don't know what is who is the customer. So by seeing that name, I can identify. So we are simply saying 101, I don't know. Sony Electronics, so I can easily identify. So likewise, so we know the customer number. I just want to know the name of the customer and what is his country. These two fields I want to display in the final output. So name and the land one, that is our country. So those two fields we just want to add here. Select what is the field customer number and the name of the customer, land one, from which table Kenya one into table it underscore Kenya one for all entries in it underscore UBAK. What is the common field? So for existing customer number, we just want to add. Okay, so we are having the customer number from VBAK table. So for that customer, we just want to know his name and the country of the customer. So those two fields. Now we need a table. We need an internal table with these fields. Name one. So why I'm just pressing enter, you will get an idea what are the fields we are retrieving. So what is the source from which table, where you are storing in this internal table, what is the link. So you are linking with the previous table, and finally what is the condition. So by seeing this, you will get an idea how we are doing. So at the time of developing, you have to
Yes.
write like this, even though there is no special advantage with this simply pressing enter. Readability wise, it will be easy. So by seeing this one, we know that okay, retrieving from KNA1. What are the fields? These are the fields. So only for that purpose, only for readability only. So there is no special advantage. Logically, if you write a single line, that is also it will work. So now these three fields we have to declare an internal table with these fields. So types beginner t underscore and what are those fields? These are the three fields. So, so we declared last time customer. So last time someone asked the question like, okay, why we already having a customer number in the first table. So if you see this one, here itself we are having the customer number. Then why you are retrying the customer number in this table also, KNA1 table. So why we are retrieving? Any idea? So we are already having a customer number here. So now in KNA1 also, once again we are retrieving. So why we are
Both has to match, right? So like,
matching is happening here. Why you are storing that customer number here? Matching is happening which depends on this link, the where condition at the time of retrieval itself. You are just checking the existing
yeah.
customer. So we just want to know the name and the country of the existing customer. But why you are storing that customer number once again in the table? Why? Because
Mm,
here, if you
okay.
see this one, the sales order number once again is available in VBAP. Why? Because first time we are just clubbing all. So all the sales orders we are considering. At the time we are having the customer. At the time of looping, we are talking about a particular customer. Then from this table, we want to read the information about current customer. At the time, if the customer number is available in this table, then only I can write the condition at the time of reading in a reverse process. So in the first level, we are just getting from the database. After that, we are looping, reading, populating the final internal table. At the time, we need one link between the tables. So if you are having a customer number, then only you can read, okay, out of all these customer numbers, IT underscore KNA 100 customers are there. From that, you want to read a particular current customer, then customer number should be there. Otherwise, you can't read. Why? Because you clubbed everything. At the time of reading particular customer information, you don't know how to identify. I'm having a name and land one, but if you don't have this customer number, I don't know. At the time of reading, how can I read? So you got the point.
Yes, sir.
So that's why we have to maintain customer number. So even though we are not already that information available, uh, but at the time of linking, we need this information to link these two tables at the time of reading in a reverse way, not from the database. At the time of joining, consolidating, we need a common relation. We want to link. So that's why we need a customer number. So likewise here the sales order number second time it is repeating in the VBAP. So now we know that sales order details and we know the customer number. So likewise you can add more tables also, not only this table. So only those three, but in future they will ask some other tables also. Likewise if you are having a material number, okay, then we just want to know that what is the material group. Then we'll go to material Mara table and we'll get the material group. So likewise you can add so many tables. They will tell, okay, what are the tables. So likewise we will write queries. Okay. So here we are using a for all entries on IT underscore VBAK for both the cases. So that's why we have to add a condition like if IT underscore VBAK is not initial. That means as per your selection criteria, if data is available, then only get the detailed information. Otherwise, I don't want. So as per my selection criteria, you are just entered Bangalore sales organization and you are trying to check Hyderabad sales order number, then there is no there is no value. Then there is no necessity of retrieving materials in the sales order. So the first level itself, it's failed. So you have to, you don't want to retrieve this additional information. If the first step is success, then only you can retrieve. Success or failure, how can we identify? Content will be there, data will be there. So if it is really satisfied for these conditions, data will come. So here we are checking if the data is available in the previous internal table, then only get the detailed information. Otherwise, don't get anything. Clear? So if data is not
Yes.
available, we'll fetch the data. Else. Here itself you can write else if there is no data. What I want to do, I want to give message like no data for given selection. So what you are doing, you are just retrieving the data, some mismatch happened, there is no content available further. At that time you have to throw an error. Tell me what happened. Then I will correct. So you have to give in proper information like at the time of loading or we are just doing some transactions. So bank account, we are just transferring something. At that time, it is failing. If you are not giving a proper information, I don't know, is it a problem with the account number or is it a problem with my existing amount, if sufficient amount is not there, or what is the issue? You have to think about this. So it should give the information, the problem with the account, problem with the internet connectivity, or problem with your available balance. So if we give a correct proper information, then we'll think about that and we'll correct it in our program also. So same thing we'll expect. So I just entered something, just given a Bangalore sales organization and trying for a Hyderabad sales order number, it is mismatching. Then you have to tell no data for your given selection criteria. Your input is wrong. So the combination is wrong. Individually, sales order number is correct. Individually, sales organization is correct. But particular sales order number is not available in the particular sales organization. So always you have to give more information to the user. Don't display the blank screen. Give information why you are not displaying anything. Tell me, then we'll correct. So from our program also we have to give proper message. So if content is there, then we'll get the detailed information. Content is not there. That means else means IT underscore VBAK is initial. That means no information available. Then you have to give the message no data for given selection criteria.
The type E, sir, error.
Error message. That's a wrong actually. Error. Why? Because because of that error we are not displaying anything. That is a error message. So likewise we are having different types. Success message, like information message, warning message, like that we are having different messages.
Sir, line 79. C. That means
Completed sales orders equal
completed.
to C. That means not completed sales order. Yesterday I told you, no, if the sales order, once we created a sales order, so we delivered the item and we generated an invoice. and we received amount from the customer, then that entire business is completed. We don't want to display those
Okay.
success sales orders. We just want to display the pending sales orders. There may be a problem with the delivery. There may be a problem with the billing. There may be a problem with the accounting. So in that case, we want to display those sales orders. Then as a manager, I am responsible for Bangalore sales or Bangalore region. Then I will want to see that what is the problem. Immediately I will take action. I'll talk with the people. So transport, what is the problem? Accounting, what is the problem? So I just want to, so why we are displaying the report. So based on that, I will take some action. So here I'm just tracking all the sales orders. What are pending? Clear?
Yes, sir.
So we'll go to that sales order number. So I'm not creating, I just want to display existing sales orders. So this is the creation, existing sales order. So we'll take this 5970 sales order, and here, so if really these people created accounting or billing, delivery, we can see that information from this transaction itself. End user is always executing from the standard transaction only. He can track from here. But here our report is talking about multiple sales orders. This transaction is talking about a single sales order. So why we are developing the report? At a time we just want to display all the pending sales orders. So here this is only for the single sales order. So here we are having a button called document flow. It will tell what is the status of this particular sales order. So you first time if you are calling this T code, so it will take load all the program in the background. So it will take more time to load. So now messages we are giving proper messages. Proper messages we are giving. So first level, if there is any problem with the sales organization, we are just giving this message, and once we display the content and we are giving the message, so no data for given selection criteria. So after that, what we have to do, we have to prepare a final internal table with the consolidated information. So now what I'm doing, I'm looping. So loop at it underscore VBAK into double underscore VBAK and loop. So one by one, we are calling the sales orders, and inside this one, what we are doing, loop. So here we have to give the condition like where what is the common field in between these two, the current sales order number. So okay, let's see this one. First, we are just looping what are the available sales orders. For this sales order, there may be a possibility for multiple items. So that's why we are looping for the current sales order. If multiple items are there, then we are just appending all the information to the final internal table then final work area, and then we are referring to the final internal table. That is our expected thing. Okay, so last time we tried like this. So now we need one final internal table with all these values. So I'm going to create a final internal table. Final internal table with all the fields. So what are the fields we want to display in the final output? We created an internal table with all the required fields. So here what we want to do, like w underscore final billion equal to w underscore vbak billion. That is our first field. Like we just want to map all the fields like billion, ERDAT, ERMAM, AUART. So header level information we mapped. After this one, what we want to do? We want to map item level information. Final. So Postner. This is our item number. Second field is material number. So material number, and after the description of the material, the next one is quantity of the material, unit of measure of the material. So this information and material number, description, okay. So here it's not VBAK, it's a VBAP. This information comes from VBAP. What we are doing, append w underscore final. Once the data is available, then we'll hand over to internal table.
So what about KNA table?
I will add.
Okay.
Okay. So now in every what is that? In every logic, something will be there in the what is it? No, some reason will be there in the background. So that's why I'm just covering one by one. So at this moment, what we are doing, so we are just looping header information. We are looping header information, and after that we are looping item information for that sales order. If finance 70 is a current sales order, we just passed all the header details. And for the same finance 70, if 10 items are there, we are looping 10 times and we are appending. And after that, we are going to the second sales order. Is it clear what we are doing here? Okay. So what they will do, so you develop this program and you given for a review. So I am going to review your
Yes.
program. So without knowing everything, I will just reject your code. So previously, how we develop? Logically, it's correct. One sales order and relevant sales order items appending. Then second sales order. Then we are going to the second sales order items and we are appending. Logically, it's correct. Looping and looping is correct. But what they will do? So as per the standards, don't use nested loops. So what they are telling as per the standards, don't use a loop inside a loop. So logically it's correct. We are getting a correct information. But so as per the standards, if we do like this, unnecessarily it will create more load on the program. So that's why I will directly reject your code. No, 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 you are not follow the standards. So I am getting the final output. Then you will tell like, okay, I am getting the final output. Then I will tell that, okay, your program is working fine with the low data, but in real-time environment, so many lakhs of records will be there. At the time, this will take more time. So we are having a loop inside a loop. So this loop inside a loop. So we will call this one as a nested loop. So I am rejecting your code. Performance-wise, it's not correct. So then how can we change this code? So in the beginning, why I just explained like that, header, item, then only you will get a clear idea. But this will give the proper result. But the thing is, performance wise, we can do in a better way. So how can we do? I'm just copying that. No, I'm just commenting that code. So why? Because you can compare in future. So instead of looping this IT underscore VBAK, you can loop your IT underscore VBAP. So here item details are there. So we can change this. Instead of AK, you can change it to AP. Okay. So otherwise I will change like this. So first I will loop the item information. Inside this, what I will do, I will use the read statement on VBAK. Clear? Now there is formatting. Now this is not required. We are looping all the items. So now only one loop is there. Second loop is not required. Why? Because we removed that loop and we changed it to read statement. So just see this one. So if you use loop inside that loop, I will object as a reviewer. Why? Because the performance wise, it will take more time. If you deal with the lakhs of records, definitely it will double or triple your time. So I just change that format. I'm not using nested loops now. So what I'm doing, I'm just looping my items. Inside that, I just want to know the header information for the current sales order. So instead of looping, I'm just reading VBAK. Now VBAP is in the higher level and VBAK came inside. So for this current sales order, so how many headers will be there? Only one header. That's why I'm just reading. I'm not looping. So the same code I changed it. Now this is performance wise 100% perfect. So the result is same. If you are using in this way, also the result will come, and here also the result is final output is same. The performance wise, it will speed up the process. So almost you can reduce the time of one third or one fourth. So these are the performance standards actually. So at the time of checking your program, I will check that if loop and loop. So loop, nested loop is there. I will reject your code. So here, if you write like this, I will accept your code. Okay, he considered all the performance things. So now we are talking about in a real time point of view. You have to consider. So now you are the programmer. IRCTC at the time of booking the ticket. Finally, I am not able to book the ticket. Somewhere it is failing. So that is a government organization we are leaving. But if it is a private organization, they will kill you if your program is not performing properly and if it is taking more time. Clear?
Yeah, sir.
So the same logic I just changed a little. So here at the time of reading, you have to write size sub RC condition. Size sub RC. You are just reading for current sales order. Size sub RC equal to 0. That means you are having a record in IT underscore VBAK for this criteria. That means size sub RC equal to 0. Then only get the information from header. Then only map that information to the final. Okay. So after read statement in the interview also, they will ask that after read statement, what is the condition? What condition you will check? We'll check size of RC. That means this is success or failure. The size of RC will tell like if it is a 0, that the previous read statement is success. If it is not equal to 0, that is a failure. So at the time of reading, you have to check success or failure. If we are having a relevant information, then only map. If it is success, then only map. Okay. At the same time, what is the prerequisite before the read statement? What are the thing you have to do before read statement? You have to clear existing information. So for this sales order number, you are getting from this IT underscore VBAK. But first time it's correct, fresh information will come. Second time, clear the existing information, get the recent information from this read statement. So before reading, just to clear the old information. Why? Because this read statement may be success or failure. If it is success, it will get the fresh information. If it is a failure, the old information will be there. So that's why before doing this, clear the old information. So if you're not clearing, sometimes we will face a problem actually. So we are having two persons. So one person is getting a salary of 2 lakhs and the other person is having a salary of 25 lakhs. The first person is not going to pay any tax. Okay. So the not first person, the first person is getting 25 lakhs. Second person is getting a salary of 2.5 lakhs. So the 25 lakhs person is paying some tax and he is getting some details. So for the second person, this read statement is failing, that his details are not there, but it will take the old information if you are not clearing. So that's why what we got from the first record, you have to clear at the time of processing second record. So freshly you will get the information. So then clear the old information, what is there in the read statement in the work area. So all the things you have to consider. Otherwise, in a real time point of view, the old information, the previous record information, it will be copied to the next person. Then that's a blunder actually. So it will create so many issues. So before reading, clear it. After reading, check that it is success or failure. So all the points will check at the time of reviewing your code. So as a lead, I am checking. So as a developer, you have to follow all the conditions. Why? Because I will just simply see this and I will send a comment. Okay, this person doesn't know that how to use a read statement. How what are the things we have to consider at the time of read statement. I will write all the things in a document. I will send to manager also. So before that, You have to check as a developer. Because I am going to highlight. So before going to that, if you check, so for me there is no comment. I will directly approve. Your code is 100% perfect. Previously also we are getting the result, even though we are not followed all the things, we are getting the result. But in a real time point of view, at the time of dealing with the 10 lakhs or 10 crores records, if you are not followed all these standards, somewhere it will create a problem. So instead of zero, it will copy the amount from the previous employee. It will deduct the salary for 25 lakhs, but this person is not going to pay salary. He's not, sorry, he's not going to pay any tax. So at the time, if he copied from the previous employee, the 25 lakhs, what is the impact on the second person? So you have to consider all the standards. You have to follow all the standards. Clear? Hmm? Till now,
Yes,
everything
sir.
is perfect. So now another table. So you are waiting for this table KNA1 into table ID underscore KNA1 with the key, what is the common field in between these two, customer number equal to W underscore VBAK customer number. So from this one here also you have to check psi SUBRC equal to 0 and final. You're not mapping customer number. Why? Because already customer number is there.
Yeah.
Okay. Now this if statement. So if customer sales order number, if customer is there, then only we can do this activity. So this, if this size of is equal to 0, then only we'll have the customer. So if it is 0, if it is success, then only we'll read customer details also. The customer number is not there, then what is the use of reading his name? So this, if this is success, that means if it started from here and ending here, if it is success, then only we'll get some information from VBAK, some information from KNA1. Hmm? Now total information is available. Okay. So always don't neglect anything. So you have to follow the standards. So here before reading, which one you have to do? You have to clear this work area. Don't clear this VBAK or don't clear this VBAP. You have to clear what you are getting from here. That thing you have to clear. Okay. Now KNA1 details we got, and finally we append everything to this final internal table. Now we are having the data. So likewise, so we just want to know that. So I clicked on the document flow for this sales order. What is the relevant delivery? So for this one, they have created a delivery number. For this delivery, they have created a invoice document number. They want to see this information in the final output. So now yours is open sales order. You are telling like something is pending in the sales order. Then if the delivery is available, what is the delivery number? If invoice is available, what is the invoice number? So this information also they want to see in the final output. So where it will store. So what is the relevant table? So document flow. So VBFA. This is the table. So where we'll have all the details what we are seeing in the transaction level. So if you give your sales order number, so now we are talking about the 5970 sales order. So we'll enter 5970. So here we're having all the details. How many items are there? 10, 20, 30. Three items are there. Just I will give only 10. So for the sales order number, what is the delivery number? So delivery number is J. So here you can see that 5586 is the delivery number. The transaction level here 5586 is your delivery number. So this is your invoice number 14419. So 14419. So you want to display this information in the final output. So where we are having, what is the input for this one? Your sales order number. What you are getting from there, delivery or invoice, those details we are getting from here. So what is the indicator? So this is just like a relation indicator. If you pass J, you will get what you are getting is the delivery number. If you pass M, what we are getting is the invoice number. So that is just like a relation indicator. If you pass S, son details will come. If you pass F, father details will come. If you pass M, mother details will come. So that is the relation indicator. Here the left hand side the field is same. That means they are talking about my details, my employee ID. But on other side, relation indicator is there. So depends on this relation, the other person is changing. So here also, if you pass J, what we are getting is the delivery. If you pass M, what we are getting is the invoice number. So we want to write a query on VBFA table. Select Vbillion. What is the first field actually? Here it is VBELV. VBELV. And the second one is POSNV. POSNV. The next one is Vbillion and POSN. Vbillion, POSNN. Relation indicator VBTYP underscore N. VBTYP underscore N. From what is the table? VBFA, where you are storing. IT underscore VBFA. What is the link items? What is the condition relation? We want to declare a new internal table. So before final, need an internal table. So now we retrieved the data from document flow table. So we are passing our sales order number and the sales order item as an input. But if you see this one, VBLV. So here it is VBLV. Here is the VBLN. Don't confuse. So if you are having any confusion, go to table. Just enter your sales order number. Where we are entering our sales order number, I'm just passing my sales order number here in this field VBLV. So you have to link with VBLV and POSNV. So POSNV, I'm passing my item number here. So you have to do like that. Don't simply pass this value to Vibelian to Vibelian. So here it is a Vibelian, so don't pass to the Vibelian. You have to pass to the first field in the table VBLV and POSNV. Then it will return the value. The names are changing. So in the table, the name is different. So in one table, the name is different. In other table, the name is different. So don't check the Vibelian in Vibelian. So depends on the place, they will use different name. So here the same sales order number is storing in VBELV, not in VBELN. So don't confuse. Okay. If you link with Vibelian to Vibelian, then you won't get the information. So now item details. So here you want to add one more read statement on which table VBFA table where you want to store the information in VBFA with key. What is the common field? So in this VBLV is the field and you have to link VBAP table VBLN and what is the second field? POSNV. So just go back to the query and here we use which field? POSNV. So POSNV equal to W underscore VBAP. Here POSNR. So once you use the read statement, you have to check size RC. Always follow these standards. Once I had the sales order number. So here relation indicator. Here you need delivery details. So you have to pass a relation indicator as JVBTYPN equal to J. So for the table, we are having so many records. You are passing your sales order header number, item number, and this relation indicator. Then what we are getting is what we are getting in the final internal table. Now, if this one is a delivery number, where we are having the delivery number, VBFA, we are having a delivery number in POSN, sorry, Viblian, and where we are having your delivery item number in which field POSNN. So this is the first one is the delivery number, second one is the delivery item, POSN. So likewise, you got the delivery information. So before coming to here, just to clear W underscore VBFA. Now this is the delivery information. So we need invoice details also. The same set. So one more select query you have to write. Instead of J here for an invoice, what is the indicator? M you have to pass. If you pass M to the same table, remaining fields are same. If you pass J, what we are getting is a delivery number. If you pass M, what we are getting is the billing document number. So depends on your relation. What we are getting will change. So these two fields we have to add in the final internal table. So likewise, we can add one by one. So many details we can add. So delivery number, it's a VBFA hyphen Viblian. Delivery item, it's a type VBFA POSNN. So second one is billing number type VBFA Viblian and billing item POSNN or POSNN. Now see this how many fields we are added. So here if you pass J, then what we are getting is the delivery number. If you see this one, Viblian POSN. Here also Viblian POSNN, but this indicator is changing. So we are having our information in this table, but depends on your indicator. So value will change. If you pass J, then what we are getting is the delivery number. If you pass M, what we are getting is the billing document. Any doubt in this?
No, sir.
Mm. So likewise, you have to think logically. You have to think about this one. So how I am writing. So you have to think in that way. So that will come by practice only. Okay.
Okay.
So now the content is available. So in final internal table, now we got so many fields. Like so now the number of fields are increased. So if user asked to get some information from some other tables, we can go there and we can get the information. So like this, so you have to understand. So when we are using loop statement, when we are using range statement, or from which table we are starting. So those things, so you have to consider. So now the content is available. So what I will do, we want to display all these fields in the grid display format. So I will just take the reference of our existing report. I'll just check for the sample code. Look. I'm just looking for simple method. So otherwise I have to prepare the field catalog and other things. So looking for simple method. Okay, I'm not getting it. Mm. So normally what we are doing. So here just we will open our report. YBT 26. So field catalog, how we declare. One minute. After this, we just want to prepare a field catalog. So I just want to save some time. So I'm just giving like this. So our first field is sales order number. One minute. So preparing a field catalog. So this is the material number. I'm just taking only few fields. I'm not considering all the fields. So just giving the material number, and this is the quantity field. AWMEND is the quantity field. This is the unit of measure. So along with these fields, we just want to display delivery number. So what is the field I have given? Delivery number. So what is the description for this delivery number? So it is delivery number. So now we prepare the field catalog. What are the fields we want to display? So I miss a few fields also. So at this moment we're just trying to display important fields. So once the field catalog is ready, what we have to do? We have to call the grid display function module. So in this, what are the important fields? We want to pass your final internal table where we are having the data, and you want to pass field catalog. So what are the fields you want to display? Those two things are important. So normally, if there is sales order equal to C, then only we'll have a billing document and other things. So for our testing purpose, so instead of not equal to C, so I'm just giving equal to C. So if it is equal to C, then we'll have a billing document number, we'll have a delivery. So we can see that information. Is it retrieving properly or not? So I'm executing. So 1000 sales order from here. So manually, how I'm just testing. So here I'm just executing from here, like just passing 5970 as an input. So transaction level 5970 is input. I'm expecting these values in our final output. So I will just try to pass 5970 and I will just validate. So end users also they will do like that. They will take one sales order and they will test the results. Now see this 5970, 5970, 10, 20, 30 items. Okay. Just see the item numbers. What are the items we are having? 10, 20, 30. 10, 20, 30. What are the materials? 5, 12, 16. Just check your report. We are getting same materials or not. 5, 12, 16. Check the quantity. 318, 305, 60. 318 318 305 60. So end users, what they will do, they will open the T code and they will validate like this. Okay, and after that we just want to see the relevant delivery, relevant billing document number. So for this one, what is the delivery number? 5586. So just to open your report and just validate, 5586 is our delivery number. And what is the billing document number? 4419. Billing document number is 4419. So this information is correct. So those people, what they will do, they will take one sales order number and they just validate with our report everything is displaying properly or not. So likewise, we will also do from our side. So we are getting the correct information or not, that relation indicator is correct or not. So likewise, we'll do. 1 minute, I will just connect to that. So like we'll just validate our information. So like if we, in this case, sales order number, if we don't want a leading zeros, last time we tried no zero equal text like that. So the description. So likewise, we can try to display all the fields like I'm not included the remaining fields. So in field catalog, you have to add remaining fields like so sales order number material. So after the material we need the description also, so then add description, and along with the description we just want to know that who created, when created. So material number, description. So what is the technical name for this? ARKTX. Then when created. So like we added header level information. So material, when created, who created, at the same time, what is the quantity, delivery numbers. So actually you can add other fields also. The process is same. If you understand the concept, you can add remaining fields also. So along with this one, we just want to know that who is the customer, customer number. So you have to measure. So here itself, you want to see customer number. So customer number, what is the field for the customer number? KUNNR. Customer number. So this is a customer name. Customer name, name one. Entry of the customer. So likewise, you can add remedy fields also. So just given only sales organization. So many records are there. These many records: sales order number, sales order item, material description, created by customer number, customer name, customer country, quantity, unit of measure, delivery number, delivery item, billing number, billing item. Likewise, we can display proper information. So at the time of displaying, so it is not displaying description fully. Here it is not displaying customer number fully. So what we had to do, we had to add this in this one layout. So we are talking about entire output. That entire output is not displaying properly. So how to declare this layout? Just check the function module. It's disconnected. So likewise, normally function consultants directly they open this T code and they will validate. As a technical person, will open the table and will see. So the approach will change. The finally the result wise both are same. But always will think about the tables. Those people always they will validate from the T code. So they will come to here, they will open the sales order and they will execute from here only. I think it's a disconnected. Once again, I will try.